Let's get everyone buffed up with the buffs that we have. Putting shadow on groups 1 and 2.
Obviously, just be aware, obviously, guys, we only have one paladin, so just bear with Mike.
Paul, if you can put shadow on groups 3 and 5, please. Fish has got group 4 taken care of.
The tanks have assist?
Yes, 1 sec. Now, Wart, you're on there as a tank, specifically for the first ad in the boss room, so you're going to be on DPS for the trash. We'll go over the exact role that I want from you when we get to the boss room.
Sure.
All right, so we'll... Angel, who do you want to go on which of these, please? Since you are due a long-awaited promotion. Let's do that while we're all here.
Well, I'll just take Scroll like Kali X, and Mike will take Square.
Sounds good. I'm going to assume that these have got some nasty shadow abilities, so yeah, make sure you've got interrupts on them when you can. Bring them together, I suppose, and we'll try cleaving them down, and then we'll see how hard these things are going to hit. And I'll stick on Callie. Paul, if you stick on Angel, and Oak on Mike, and Cobbs, you can help out with the chain heals. Tanks, get your targets, and let's get ready and going.
The DPS obviously just hold off until the tanks have actually picked him up. Just give him 5 seconds or so.
Okay, going in.
Cool. Silenced.
We have a program.
Patrol.
Okay. So yeah, we went wrong. Lots and lots of shadow damage.
Right. And we need to actually kill the whole pack.
Yeah, expected. Hey, there he is. Alec can come in and see us all dead, make him feel guilty.
Oh, so you missing Halleck and who?
Inara and Sharon. And yeah, we'll pull them back towards the bottom of the ramp as well. Or further if we have to.
Yeah. I was watching the patrols. I was the last alive, I think. And they're very close to the bottom. Need to go right up, I think.
Okay, cool. We'll get them pulled all the way to the top then. We'll use we'll just put the tanks at the top, have a hunter misdirect pull onto them or something similar. Oh man, I jumped off because I thought these guys know the way. It's fine.
They followed them as well. That's completely the wrong way, guys. Now I've got to walk miles around.
Yeah, it's running over the balcony, everything like, yeah, I got this. It's all good.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Just following them and not looking at the map.
Well, as I say, we've learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, look at the map, innit?
And also, the entrance is on the left-hand side of the citadel. So,
Right hand side from front, are they? So,
On the west side of the citadel.
We go. Have a west side.
Looks like we're probably going to have to summon Halleck over as well, since he's Orc. Let's make sure we get Curse of Tongues on these things as well, if you weren't already Warlocks.
It wasn't all of them. They're instant casting those Shadowbolt volleys.
Nice.
Like, it was on the first 3, I didn't get it on the patrol because I was dead.
It's just not good enough.
In the grave next time.
Well, I think Mind Numbing Poisons is probably a bit of a lack of DPS, then, really, and unnecessary if you've got the Warlocks for it. But it is an option. Alrighty, Halleck, if we can have you doing Stam on groups 4 and 5, please, when everyone's here.
Right, as we're waiting for, obviously, showing the PC and all that shit, did you want to swap one of the Warlocks into my group? Because I don't really need the mana regen.
Yeah, can do. Let's pop Nathan in there for now. Fish, if we can get you to do Stam on 1, 2, and 3, please.
Where are you, Halleck?
Sharon's had a bit of a PC disaster, so she's reinstalling Windows. Hopefully she'll be on before it gets too late. Not sure what's going on with Inara yet. I've had no response. If anyone's got any way to contact him outside of Discord, that'd be great.
But yeah, it's interesting to actually come across trash that isn't actually a pushover.
I'm sure when we get used to it, it'll be no problem at all. Okay, I'm going to do a ready check, and then we're going to get them pulled back here. Tina, if you can do a misdirect pull, please.
Right, I can only misdirect and pull one.
That's fine. The rest
So
of them.
misdirect Angel and pull Skull back.
The other three will come along and the tanks can pick those up when they get here.
Because what you can do is also get character misdirect onto one of the other tanks as well.
Patrols coming.
So let's get the tanks back up towards the top. The patrol's got a mark on it, so we should see them coming. And we'll wait for them to get out of the way. Did we see if these things are stunnable?
They're immune to most things.
Okay. Right, so yeah, when we're clear, go ahead and do a misdirect pull. Let's get them down. We'll spread out a bit, folks.
Yeah, immune
to stun, yeah.
Silenced.
Skull down.
Father fire.
Pressing gob. And drinking.
Should we pull the patrol?
Not yet. Wait till they turn around and come back. That'll give everyone a chance to get buffed up again and full mana.
Sorry about that, my net just dropped for a second.
That's cool. You're back now, right? Same again, if range can just spread out towards the top of the ramp so we're not all getting smashed by the same AoE.
Am I misdirecting up?
Yep, same again, please. We'll just play it safe and steady.
I think he means the ring of fire.
I will be misdirecting Angel.
Yeah, so I'm talking about Gob. Rain of Fire dropping on like 8 or 9 lanes at the same time would suck. Make sure to use the salt walls while they're down, folks. Everyone's going to need one for the fight.
What was that, sorry?
Soul Well, the Warlock Soul Well, the big thing in the middle of the room. Make sure that you've got a Hellstone out of it. So we're going to want everyone to use theirs in the main fight on phase 3. Here we go.
Go in.
Don't dispel that magic effect, folk. It will silence you. And that was much clearer.
Yeah. I think when having a couple of resistant pots for later tries may be an idea as well. Just to make things a bit easier. Does it matter which side we go down?
Yes, it does, because we're going left. And they're the ones that are marked, so we're not going right.
Okay.
Apart from that, I don't believe it makes any difference.
Okay.
So,
running in.
up.
Cast Unstable Affliction, so remember not to dispel them because they do crap loads of damage when you do that.
I said if you dispel that, you will get silenced and hurt a hell of a lot, like 4,500 damage. It's bad.
With their stupid curses.
Alright, so we really don't want to start the fight without the other two people here, so we're going to clear the trash out from the other side as well. It'll give us a bit more practice.
You have to fully clear it anyway.
Yeah, I suspected that might be the case. Right, thanks. You can run in on this one again when you're ready.
Don't cross the streams, foe.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Resing Ostfell.
Release me, and perhaps I will grant you a merciful death.
Alright, so we should be able to run into the room quite safely as long as we don't attack any of the targets around the room, so make sure that you don't touch anything. So these ads around the room are what we're going to be killing first. As posted in the tank channel, we're going to be pulling the ads on the left and the right of the room together into two little groups. So the cross and the triangle will be pulled by their tanks roughly here, and the square and the circle mirrored on the other side, whereas the skull's just going to be picked up and killed exactly where it is. Warlocks, you're going to be fearing and banishing the infernal ads that come down, as discussed in your channel. Make sure they're kept under control throughout. And we're going to be DPSing down the ads in the following order: skull, cross, and then triangle, and then square, and then circle. Slightly different order. I'd already posted a map when I decided on the kill order afterwards, so yeah, it's not going to be the square third. As you kill each ad, the remaining ads will get stronger based on the strength of the trash you've already taken out. You can probably guess how that's going to go as things progress. Kelly's going to be on the second ad, and when the boss breaks 2 minutes after the fight, he's going to pull the boss over to the back of the room here, and that's where he's going to be tanked. Now, we've posted up groups for everyone for their cube interactions. I'm going to hope that everyone has already examined that and they knows exactly which cube they need to be clicking and when they need to be clicking it. And we're going to just do a quick test to make sure. So everyone run to the entrance, please. Just stand near the skull. Oak, to the skull, please. Okay, so I'm not going to call out the names, so I'm just going to see if everyone gets it. I want the group 1 clickers to all run to their marks, please, and stand on the inner side of their marks. Everyone in the group 1 who's doing the first click. So we've got some problems there, because Garble, you've run out when you're not in group 1. Oak, you're not in group 1 either, so what should be seeing here is Angel on the triangle, Nathan on the cross, me on the skull, Mary on the circle, and Dan on the square. That's the group 1 clickers.
Mary's just gone offline.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, they're not in your raid groups. They're a completely different thing that was in the raiding discussion, so you may want to check in raiding discussion to see it to be safe.
It's why we're double checking this right now. That was posted earlier on today. Everyone has a specific position where they should be clicking and a specific order they should be clicking in. So this is the group 1 list, with the exception of Mary, who's just coming back online. Are you back in Discord, Mary? Yeah, let's run you over to the circle. That's your first position. Right, so when the first blast wave is due to stand, we should all be stood in roughly these positions and ready to click those cubes at a moment's notice when the blast wave starts to cast. Right, everyone back to the school and starting positions, and then we want everyone who's in the second group to run to your marks, please. It's group 2. Both Inara and Sharon are both in this group, frustratingly, so we won't see anybody on the skull or the square. So it looks like we've got Tina on circle, Karak on the cross, and Ostvel on the triangle. And thanks, Fish. Yep, stand in for Inara on the skull. That's great. Perfect. And Sharon would be on the square normally, but she's not here yet. Okay, run back then, and we'll have group 3 go in and take your places, please. Looks good. Okay, yep, that's fine. Back to start on group 4 on the way, please. Dave, check your assignments, please. You know you're in group 4, but you're running to the wrong place. You're not. It's not to do with raid groups, Dave, like as I've said a moment ago. It's to do with the positions you're being put in for the clicking of the cubes. Check the post on the raiding Discord discussion, please. You should be on the circle. That's your position. I need you to understand how this is going to work, otherwise the raid will blow up. We're also missing triangle. That should be Garble. Again, this is the core mechanic in the fights from phase 2 onwards. If we miss one of these groups and we do not click the cubes, then we will die. There's no getting away from that. It will just wipe the raid immediately, and we've got a very small window of action. So when your group is called to run to these positions, you need to be ready and you need to be running to that position. And you need to be clicking the cube at the right time to prevent the blast wave casting, otherwise that's it, game over. And that's probably going to happen a whole bunch of times. We're looking at probably 2 rotations through the groups, so it'll go groups 1 to 4 and then back to group 1 again, and then all the way through to group 4, potentially. We'll see how it goes. Alright, you can run back to the skull again, please. So, tanks. I'm just going to go through and make sure you're all happy with who you're tanking. So, tanks going to stand next to your assigned targets, please, for phase 1. And Waltorius, as stated, you'll actually be putting a shield on and you'll be tanking the skull at phase 1. You should be okay in your DPS kit. We're going to see how hard the damage hits you, but skull will be your target. So just go and stand at this side of the skull so we can see. Healers, you've all got your assignments for who you're going to be healing in phase 1 as well. That looks fine. Yep. Okay, everyone back to the skull then. That's fine for the tanking positions. And then we're going to quickly run through the rotation for the cubes. So I want it to be nice and smooth this time. We're going to just call the numbers out. Everyone's going to run to their place, and then we're going to give it a couple of seconds, and then we're going to swap to the next group. So group 1, to your positions, please, for clicking cubes. Group 1. That's Angel, Nathan, me, Mary, and Dan. I don't want to have to call out the names during a raid because that's just one more thing to check that I really don't want to have to do over and over again. So group 1. Okay. I'm back. Group 2. In your places, please. With Fish standing in for Inara on the skull. Okay, group 3. That's fine. Group 4. Yeah, that's the ideal work, because the first ad will be doing a fairly moderate amount of damage, so as long as the DPS bring it down quickly, keep it stun locked, there should be no problem, and we'll be able to keep you alive. Right, so again, as a reminder, the tanks will be pulling the ones from the back of the room, the circle and the triangle. They'll be pulled close to the front section, so they'll all be reasonably close together. Circle and triangle, the cross and the triangle will be tanked around about here. and the circle and triangle will be tanked in an approximate position, or the same position mirrored on the other side. So all the ranged should be in range for all of their attacks and heals and everything. So that's hopefully shouldn't be a problem. We'll be stood, towards the entrance or around about here, wherever's going to be comfortable before the pull starts. So everything should be in range of everything. Yep, we'll need to try and get somebody to interrupt. Now, Sharon would have been counterspelling, but obviously that's not going to be an option, so we're going to have to do the best we can with what we've got. And we'll give it a try, even though Sharon's not here. I know it's going to be suicide, but hey, we can at least give the pull a go and see how the phase goes.
Are we trying to interrupt?
Gobbles the circle, I think. I'll just double check that. Gob, which one are you taking?
I'm on the circle.
It is the circle. Yeah, cool.
Just remember, obviously, Shammys have got an interrupt, but
I was going to say, how do you think I'm going to interrupt? Sorry?
The rest of the group, the DPS will be interrupting. You've got that one cooldown for your racial thing, and after that, it's going to be down to the rest of the guys. So we'll just interrupt as best we can. I mean, if one or two of the casts get out, there's not a lot we can do about that. But they'll have
2-minute cooldown, though. That's what I'm saying. So I can do it once, then I'm screwed.
You on, Mike?
Mike's on the square.
Square.
Okay, I'll go to yours and just Earth Shock it each time and casually DPS it, apart from that.
That's good.
Meddling insects. Release me, and perhaps I will.
Okay. Any news from Sharon, Dan? Have you had another message back yet, or any updates?
No, I haven't. I'll give her another poke.
Okay, cool. Well, once we've had an idea of when Sharon's coming back, then we'll give it a crack with the people we've got here. I understand we don't have the mage buff, we don't have the mage water, we don't have Sharon to click on her cube, but we'll replace her with one of the backups, which will be... It's not many of us. Joe.
Isn't Joe in raid already?
She's not on one of the clicking positions yet.
Ah, right, okay.
So, Joe, when it comes to the second group, the second click, we need you to be running to the square and clicking the box when it's required. Understood?
Yep.
Perfect. So that'll be group 2. That'll be you. Yeah, I've popped Fish into raid group 2 as well. So we've got his mana battery for the healing group. The tanks, go and stand onto your mobs, please. Get all the buffs on that you can. And we'll have
can I get buffed up, please?
Yeah, let's get everyone fully buffed. Healers, you all happy with which tanks you're healing in group 1 on phase 1? Smashing. Okay, well, let's just see how this first phase goes and move him into phase 2 and see if we can get a nice transition and all these things dead. Everyone inside, tanks to your targets, all the ranged get to a reasonable position somewhere in the middle.
Well?
Hello.
Just a footnote, when you're clicking it, stand still because you're going to be channeling.
Yep, there was a video I posted in the raiding discussion channel which was specifically bookmarked to the points where it goes into the details of the clicking, and I really hope that everyone took a few seconds to watch that part at least. But Angel's quite right, you click it once, and then you take your hands off the keyboard and mouse and you let the channel go until the blast wave has been cancelled. Don't click it twice, don't move after you've clicked it, don't click it before the blast wave because that won't work, you have to click it during the cast. Alright, so let's do a ready check, and then we'll see how we do with 23. Okay, everyone is reporting us ready. Tanks, get your targets. Callie, give us a countdown. Oh, okay, looks like Walt started it. Let's go. Oh, no, he's dead. That's fine. Let's just burn down the score with everything we have. Infernal.
Cheered.
Yeah, not a single heal. Leave her over here.
Well, the healers all got ripped apart pretty quickly there. So, what was it? You that started that fight then, Wartorius?
Sorry, I clicked sort of clicked him and it just started attacking. Sorry, I should have been standing backwards.
Yeah, we wanted to have a countdown so people actually know when the fight's about to start. Soul standing up. Resing cops.
Obviously, guys, once you are resed, run back to the gate.
Resing Halleck. Resing Angel. Resing Paul. Resing Fish. And Chris. Carrick. Resing Rihanna. And Resing Halleck again.
Raising Zilji. Or not, because he's awake. Zoranda.
Resing Rodos. I think that's everyone res, or at least has a res pending.
Yep.
What kind of damage were you seeing hitting you tanks there from those mobs?
Between 3 and 4,000.
Shadow Bolt volley hit me for 1,000. Mainly
Yeah.
free
Shadowbolt
physical.
volley. Shadowbolt volley just over 1,000. Melee swings just over 3,000.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Halleck's gone offline on Discord as well. He might have disconnected fully.
Looks like it.
There he is.
Cool. Okay, well, let's get buffed up and tanks get back into position again, and we'll have another go at this phase 1. Did Cosmo want to come in on his Paladin hyper? Cool. Right, so we'll send a couple out to summon Cosmo in, and that means we can put Cosmo on the skull instead of you, Dave, so you can just go pure DPS, interrupt, help out with that.
That's cool.
Good. Just fucking buffed as well.
Did you get a reply back from Sharon yet, Dan?
No, not yet. Okay. I'm assuming if she's reinstalled... Oh, hang on, there we go. Apparently it's at 65%, so... You could be, like, somewhere in an hour or so, because obviously she'll have to look at reinstalling WoW.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll get Cosmo in here so we can have him on the skull. So we've got, like, tank spec people on everything. Ost, if you don't mind helping out with the heals on the right-hand side here, you're going to be doing the interrupts on the square anyway, just throw the occasional backup heal. Just stay in your DPS kit, though, for the most part, because the rest of us healers will be swarming over to help out later on anyway. Just give us a bit of a buffer in the early stages. And
Roger. I'll throw on my healing weapons and throw down healing totems to begin with.
Smashing. Thank you very much. Tanks are Angel Blade, Kali, Garble, yourself, and White Whisper.
Cosmo, can you leave the buff saloon? I'm setting them up for you.
I presume you've got the Pally Power thing installed as well, Cosmo, yeah?
He has.
Legends.
Take my blood and choke on it.
Okay, it's a little bit unfortunate with the disconnect or reinstall of Windows from Sharon, and goodness knows what's happened to Inara, but we'll give this another go, and then we'll probably have to call it a night and come back and revisit maybe over the weekend if we can get a night when everyone's available, or push it back to next week. Without a mage, we won't even be able to go and do our backup plan of Gruul's Lair, which is a bit of a shame. But these things can't be helped. Cosmo, you don't have any clicking assignments for the cubes. You'll be just helping to DPS down the boss, maybe throwing out the odd backup heal if needed. And if one of the clickers does go down, then we'll use you as... We'll call out which one you need to go and where. I think we're all good when you're on, Mike, when you're all manned up and ready to roll.
Ready.
Okay, so tanks, get your targets selected, but please don't attack them just yet. We'll get a countdown from Callie?
5, 4.
Good luck, everyone.
3, 2, 1.
Watch those threat meters, guys. That is day 1 of raiding.
Okay, one down. The others should start hitting harder now.
Gov healing over here.
Come with you guys.
Gov was about to die.
Infernal's running around.
I've trapped one.
Okay, second one's down, guys. Mike's down.
Boss is up. Can you pick him if you can? Yeah, we lost quite a bit of DPS there by the looks of things. We'd really want to get at least 3 of them down before the boss pops, or we're in big trouble.
Did you think me weak? Soft? Who is the weak one now?
Well, let's wipe it up. I've got a soul stone, I'll res is all up. If I can find another reser who's actually in range. There we go, resing Halleck. And Cobbs. And Chris.
Thank you.
No worries. As in Cosmo. Oh, no, he's out of range. Rising Fish. Yeah, things did seem to take a little while to go down. So we are short-staffed here tonight anyway, with no mage and very short numbers on healers. We'll probably call it a night there. We've got some logs to go over. We'll look at the damage details and make sure that we have a more appropriate composition for the next time we come in.
Mercy.
Rising Oak. Rising Wodos.
Rising, just bring up Cosmo.
Yeah, we can do one more then, I guess, Cobbs.
Yeah, we've only really had one proper attempt.
That's true.
Yeah. And as I say, I went straight into Arcane. I should have held off and carried on with Wrath. That's why I aggroed early.
Yeah, so just let's make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yep.
Everyone up? No, Joe still needs a res. Can you go for it, Gob? Just speak up. Yeah, because the skull is staying up for a bit longer than I was expecting. Yeah, we will pull that towards the cross and the triangle area as well, so we'll have all three of them more or less on top of each other.
Ideally, you don't want to have three together because of the shadow bolt volleys.
We'll just keep it as it is then.
Should be a 2-2-1 configuration for our gear setup.
We'll do it as it is then. Keep it with the skull on its own for now then. Rather than adding another layer on top of things.
No, that's not the right order.
That's what it says on this. Damn.
Are you
Yeah,
sure?
but it was mentioned right at the beginning that that was wrong.
Okay.
Basically, we're going from the skull to the cross and carry on around that way.
Yeah, because we don't want to have you running all the way from the cross all the way over to the square to DPS when the cross and the triangle are right next to each other.
Makes sense.
So skull, cross, triangle, square, and then the circle at the end.
I think I know what Garbo was trying to, and he didn't explain it very well. He's on about skull and cross being together.
Yeah, I get it.
On its own.
Okay, well if we can then, we'll pull the skull and the cross together where we held the triangle and the cross last time, and then when the skull dies, bring the triangle in to the group and do it like that.
Yeah.
Well, I can pull the cross here, so we don't have to move the skull too much.
That sounds cool. Then the triangle will have quite a trek to make it over after the skull dies.
Angel can move the green triangle to the cross when the skull is dead, so the DPS doesn't have to move, and we can do the same thing for the others.
That's cool. If you guys are happy with shuffling them around, then that's absolutely fine.
The last target should be circle, which is mine, and basically I just handle it and take it towards the boss.
Alright. Yeah, we've only got one paladin buff on most people. Let's get that back up and running, and we can do another pull again as quickly as possible. And the warlocks, if you see an infernal running around loose, please do feel free to banish it, fear it, whatever you need to do. We had a few of them that were running about for a while there. We've got, 4 of you warlocks in the group at the moment, so they should be able to be kept under control fairly comfortably.
How long do you believe your pathetic sorcery can hold me?
Once more for the road then, everyone. Get into position, get your targets.
Assume the position.
Stop stealing my line, Chris.
On our position.
Alright. Someone pop a countdown timer, Callie, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cosmo, can you bring the skull a little closer to the cross? Thank you. Wow. Skull's loose. Come on, Angel. Just like 5 channelers and a bunch of infernals.
Survived.
How the fuck? How the fuck?
Amazing.
Because I was airborne when I jumped.
That is cheeky as fuck.
Sneaky devil. All right, folks. Well, yeah, we'll call it there. We'll make sure that we have a composition that's going to be better suited for bringing this place down. A few more healers, I think, are definitely going to be a requirement for our early pools in here, at least. And we'll make sure we've got a bit more kits from Kara and Gruul as well. So, yeah, that's going to be our next run. 25 man will be Gruul's lair. A shame we can't go in there tonight with no mage, but hey.
Well,
hello.
Could we do the bindings tonight then?
Oh, that's a good idea. We may as well give that a whirl whilst we've got people in the group. Save some time over the weekends. Yeah, it was fun, Cobbs. I like seeing the new fight. It's interesting.
Because, as I say, worst case situation, we can always look at maybe doing Gruul's Lair on Sunday if we've got the people.
Well, I'll put it up there as a possibility and see if everyone's happy to jump in. Because it would be nice to get get those guys dead again, since it was relatively straightforward last time. Get some nice new upgrades and kits.
Oh shit! Yeah, England game. Yeah. No, it's not going to happen.
Sorry, I won't be there.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can respect that.
We are final.
Everybody relocate to Molten Core then.
Obliged to you guys. You know, it would be nice if we can get the people down there. It should be fine with more than 10 people anyway. So just whoever's happy to come, please do. That's no problem, Kara. Also, speaking of Kara, we do have 2 groups that are already underway in Karazhan. We have got enough people to potentially form a 3rd group up. So I'm interested in putting up another run for Karazhan probably on Tuesday nights, which will basically be the one for all the people who were benched for the run or weren't signed up for whatever reason as well. So I'll put sign-ups for that as well if people are interested. And we can see about squeezing a few more bosses and a bit more loot out of the place for the 3rd run.
And that should obviously help gear up for the 25 mans massively.